Hey, welcome back to 2DG. We've got another beer review.
We do. This one,
yeah.
It's been a little while in the making. We've been actively searching for this one, but it wasn't available until about a week
November.
or two ago. Yeah. So,
yeah. Jesse Bordner requested that we do Dogfish Head Worldwide Stout.
Worldwide Stout.
That was way back 9 months ago in March or something like that. And I looked it up then and found out that the production schedule had it on for November. And I told him we'd try. Here it is, Jesse.
Thanks for watching. Worldwide Stout gets its name not just because it's clever, but because they use an ingredient from every single continent. I'm not going to run through the list. I will give you one for definite. Antarctica used water.
Huh.
So, past that, I really don't know. I tried to pull it up on Rate Beer and they didn't find it. The site's been sucking ass. So, regardless, it's part of their special series. They've got the cap on there. It's the neon green with the...
Yeah, I like that cap.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of like a cautionary symbol, too. It just, boom.
Funny story. First time I saw this beer was probably 2 years ago or so, roughly, and I saw it for, I think it was like $12 a bottle or something like that for a 12 ounce. And I was like, no. Regretted it ever since. So, went ahead and paid it. I think it was like, how much did you get yours for? I want to say mine was like 12 or 16.
I have to admit that I don't even recall what I paid for it. I bought some other stuff with it, and I didn't care at the time because I wanted to make sure that Jesse got his review.
Yep. But anyway, let's go ahead and crack it open. I've never had this before, which is rare for me to say about a Dogfish
never
head,
either.
So let's do it. I'm going to keep the cap, too. I don't know if I had one of these or not. Fantasy football.
You don't?
I don't have it that I've drank yet.
I know we've drank some, but
well, we had the 120 minutes, so which that hopefully we'll be able to do in our side-by-side thing. So I don't know if we officially want to call this Stout Week or not. We've had some pretty good stouts in the past, but this week in particular, we've had Bourbon County, but then we've also had obviously this one. So.
Well, and I gotta say, I don't really care. I'm just really excited to try a Dogfish Head Stout. Yeah, you're right. I have had Chicory Stout before, but I guess I'm just excited. I haven't had a stout from them in a long time.
This one, pitch black all the way through.
Yep.
Poured with the same consistency, I think, as the Bourbon County. Now, I will say we did check on here, and again, I wasn't able to pull it up on Rate Beer. I don't know the alcohol on this. I want to say it's around 11. I could be wrong. We'll post it somewhere in this area right here.
Or not.
We will.
Okay.
It doesn't require that much effort. So the head didn't stick around either. It was a kind of nice, like almost Band-Aid beige color. Great reference, I know.
I want to say the Stiction's almost a little better than the Bourbon County was, though.
Nah, I want to say it's probably right on. Anywho, let's get a nose.
Yeah, definitely, because I'm not getting nailed with scent
at all.
So I'm kind of concerned.
Yeah, you're
Leave
right.
it to Dogfish Head. Leave it to Dogfish Head. It's not a typical stout. It's Dogfish Head. They got.
I will say this is probably 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we need it to be for ideal. But
you get a good fridge. This is room temperature when I brought it over. But this has almost got a fruity smell to it.
I'm getting more of an earthy tobacco.
Yeah, I'll go with that too, but not real.
But I'm also getting
not real bold.
I'm also getting a shitload of alcohol.
Yeah, there's a lot of alcohol.
Which I don't know, but I don't think this is high enough to justify that much.
This is definitely, though, got a fruity smell to it. I get fruit and alcohol.
Mine's more of a earthy presence.
Give it a swash.
A swash. Well, you have to drink it, I think, for that, but... Yeah, I'm just getting earthy.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude. That's why there's two of us. Yeah, you can go check out these other channels that have one guy telling you what's there, but we're giving you two perspectives.
A lot of booze, though.
I guess we're just going to have to give it a taste.
All right, let's taste it.
Might as well.
That one gets up there too.
Yeah. This one doesn't have the roasted sugary flavor. There's a little bit of, I mean, there's plenty of sweetness to it. It's a Dogfish head. They don't generally skimp on that. It's got a lot of the bourbon, or well, I shouldn't say bourbon. A lot of the alcohol. Well, yeah. Anyway, but it's not a big round flavor. It's kind of unidimensional, I think, but it's big.
I like the description on this. Real quick, this is kind of a generic type of logo. They haven't got the rebranding yet that they're doing with their other stuff. It's actually got the same kind of wraparound as their Indian Brown, but it says a very dark beer brewed with a ridiculous amount of barley. Facts. For me, a lot of roasted malt flavor, ton of alcohol, but I'm also getting this like herbaceous, almost like radishy onion type of flavor. I don't know. Maybe that's just a mix with the alcohol and everything, but I don't know. That's what I'm getting. A lot of vegetal type of characteristics. Again, I don't know what special thing they use from every continent. I know one of them was a sugar, and I don't really know where from. I want to say it was in Africa or something. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know. I'm getting a weird herbaceous vegetal kind of thing from this.
I see where you're getting that, but I think that really is just playing off the actual high alcohol. But that is interesting, though, that you reminded me of the ingredients from all the continents, because I find this to be somewhat almost single direction or single dimensional in flavor profile.
So, which is kind of weird. So, also on the back end of this beer, it's tremendously dry.
Yeah.
Like I said, though, throughout the whole thing, burnt malt, alcohol are your two constants. A little bit of sweetness towards the front quarter. Generic sweetness, though, sugary. It's not quite a caramel or a Dark Lord level type of sugary. Like I said, that weird vegetal thing, which I agree with you. It's a play on the alcohol esters mixed with the roasted malt or barley, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. But yeah, no. So if you don't know Dogfish Head, they're a culinary ingredient type of brewery.
Yeah,
now,
they're amazing.
Their flagships, I guess, are 60-minute and 90-minute. Those are both IPAs, which are well within scope. So those are I think, really the only two kind of traditional beers that they do. You could argue and say Indian Brown is in there, but it's a brown IPA, and those are still kind of rarer. Which is weird, because this beer with the 7 ingredients from each continent, or 1 from each continent, whatever, it's very singular in the lane. You could tell me this is a stout from any other brewery, and I'd believe it.
But it is balanced front to back. I mean, it's a good balance.
If balanced you mean over alcoholic and roasted, yes, you're right.
It's good. We're heading into the winter season, and the sinuses are getting clogged up, so this is a nice one for that. And speaking of that, one of the aftertastes I'm getting, and I'm sure it's the bitterness riding back up on the alcohol, but I'm almost getting a mentholate, like a Hall's cough drop flavor coming back. You get that cool hotness from the from the coolness from the hot liquor, and it's in that bitterness. It reminds me of a mentholated cough drop.
We were gonna look this up. It's a pain in the ass, so we're not gonna do that. But that being said, there's a lot of different things that you can pull out of here. A lot of it, to me, not knowing what's in it, and that's my fault, comes down to more the imagination than anything else. But that aside, it's a fairly, in my opinion, in the style lane kind of beer. So we're going to go and do this as an Imperial Stout. It says nothing about being Russian, blah, 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 any of that crap. So Imperial Stout, worldwide stout. What are you going to give this one?
This one, though,
I think you're reaching.
Is a 10 beer. We're talking about style rating here. So for the style, it's a 10. This I think is a stellar stout. And the fact that they can maintain that high of an alcohol content without it being, full of sugars and, things that seem like they've been added to enhance that. It is a good clean stout, all in all. Go ahead.
I'm not going to argue and say that it's a bad beer, but is it clean? No.
I think it is.
It's not what clean is.
I think it is.
God, it's tough.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but it's got a nice thin. I mean, it's got a thin mouthfeel for. Usually, when you get in that higher echelon of alcohol, it's got tons of sweet, sugary mouthfeel. It's an interesting beer.
The alcohol in this ruins it, I think. I mean, not ruins it, but just
It is young.
still.
I wish I had gotten another one so we could age it. Do you really?
I got another one in the fridge, too. So I got it.
Yeah, we did.
Don't worry about this.
We did.
I can get more still.
So anyway, your
damn.
style rating.
9.5.
But don't you think 10s
No.
would have made this a little better?
No. I don't like 10s. I think it's stupid. For a 0.2 or a 0.1 difference, what can you legitimately tell me that is only going to make a 0.1 or a 0.2 deduction?
Yeah, and I think at that point they're not rating the style, they're rating compared to other beers. So you do have a valid point.
Well, not only that, but it's like even if you go to a true 100 scale and you're like Darwin, you can do a 97 or a 98. Well, what the hell's the difference between a 98 and a 100? What tips it over?
I know. I know what you mean.
9.5. It's good. And I know it's hella high in alcohol now. It's just I've had beers that are close to 15%, if not over, that do a much better job of masking this. Even some from them, their Raison Dextra, which I think is like 19 or 17%, and I didn't taste any alcohol in that.
Wasn't that somebody's throwing the...
No, that was their 20th anniversary.
That's right.
But no, at 9.5, it's still good. It's just too boozy. Too boozy.
I'm not minding the booze, so...
Lush.
Yeah, so I guess it depends on what you like.
Well, it's all subjective. Overall.
Overall, I'm going to go to a 9.5. It is a bit boozy. I knew this would get him. It is a bit boozy. It is a bit one-dimensional. Don't get me wrong. It's balanced front to back. It's real nice, except for that booze bite. But it doesn't have the roundness that I want. I do like a sweet stout.
He likes a fat bottom girl.
I do, and
Look at me like that is a song.
And this is one that to be honest, I probably will try it any chance I get. But now that I've had this year's, I may not. You know what I mean? Like, if it's 6 months from now and it's still the 2016, I want to try it, see if it's changed. But if it's 2 weeks from now,
How contradictory
I may
can you
not.
get?
trust me, you know what I'm talking about.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Number one, 2 weeks isn't aging, so I don't even understand.
No, we're talking about overall. How would I drink it and stuff like
That's
that.
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your comment saying I would like to try it 6 months from now, but not 2 weeks from now. Well, no shit. It's the same
That's
thing.
why I only gave it a 9.5. So anyway, what's your overall?
9.5. There's not enough. I'm not
For different reasons, though.
Well, there's not enough about it that makes it decline. Imperial Stout, Russian Imperial, whatever the hell, it doesn't matter. Point is, it's one of my favorite styles, probably top 3.
Yeah.
Being said, it has its time and its place. It's a celebratory beer, or a once-in-a-year beer, or if you just want
Winter.
trash beer. It's good. Like I said, it is, and like you, God, took down your rating. Whatever. Point is, it is boozy. It's fairly one-dimensional, but this is on Dogfish level standards here. If it were any other brewery, it'd be not one-dimensional.
It's true.
Which, again, is why I think the 0.1s are retarded. Because you're basing it off of, number one, each brewery's level of brewing. Because if somebody brews a terrible beer and then they brew a really good one, you're going to say it's a 10 when all your other ones are 5s, but you're not basing it off of a median number, which I think 0.8, 0.7 is based on median numbers, and I think that's stupid.
He has a point here because we do rate style on how they executed the style. It's not how they did compared to someone else's version of this style. Overall is generally when I do an overall, I do it. How would I drink this? How frequently? How am I going to come back to it?
Glass.
How am I going to come back to it? We don't generally try anyway to do. Well, this is better or worse than so and so brewery's version of the stout.
There's not a different
The
version.
reason we don't do that is because we save it for the end of the year and give you our best in our douchies, which is coming up like right
in a couple
now,
of weeks,
practically.
yeah. Well, yeah.
By the time you see this, it's right there. So,
Yeah, God, I gotta do a lot of reviews. Reviews of our reviews to see.
there you have it, Jesse Bordner. There's your worldwide stout review. It's a bit long, it's a bit all over the place, but it's boozy, man. We couldn't help it.
Cut off, but
So,
having watched our videos, you know.
be sure and check back. We'll have our 2016 douchies, which is basically our on-camera and off-camera beers of the year.
Not only that,
we've reviewed, not someone else.
Not only that, but this took 9 months to get to. And Jesse suggested it, like I said. And we got to it. So,
We'll keep our word whenever possible.
9 months. It's the length of a child getting carried. You know what I mean?
Holy cow!
Yeah.
You just put that in perspective. Happy birthday to all you worldwide stout kids. So anyway, go ahead
Don't
and
be afraid to comment, basically.
yeah, leave us a comment. Tell us what you want to see. Keep it realistic. Obviously, we're not getting honeypoo tomorrow.
Unless you send it to us.
Ooh, that's an option.
We just did Bourbon County, so if you got an extra bottle of Proprietors or vanilla or
Send us
their
a-
barley wine, which
Yeah.
I've also never
If
had.
you want to see the
Send it.
review, send us a message. We'll tell you how to get it to us. We'll review it. We'll give you props for it.
Unlike that dude from Chicago that said he was going to send us stuff and he never did, so you're still cool,
to
but
be honest, may not have brewed yet.
I don't care. He's still flake.
What happened, dude? So anyway, go ahead and smash that like button down there. Go ahead and leave us a comment. Tell us what you want to see, what you think of this beer. I really would like to hear your
else has
opinions
tried it?
on this. And then be sure and check back here within no time for the 2016 douchies. If you missed it, go check out our 2015 douchie awards. This year, are we doing honorable mention?
Yeah, because we didn't do it last year, so I think we should.
It's going to make it a lot harder.
We should do at least, if we can remember, top 5 for each, and then not
for
a top
each.
5, but like try to do like a top 5 honorable mentions for one on camera, one
Okay.
off if you can.
Okay. For me, that might be easy. For him, not as easy as for me. 2017 is going to bring a lot of new big things. We're already planning some trips, so who knows where we'll end up.
This is long. Too easy.
See you later.
This title of this: Dogfish Head Worldwide Stout. This is why I'm drunk.